MBA Show, the only business podcast that gives you actionable business lessons every single day in 10 minutes or less with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Make sure you check out some of our free guides over at 100mba.net. You can download them all absolutely free along with our free course. Check those out. In today's lesson, you will learn the 3 tech skills I recommend you learn. There's a lot out there to learn in tech, especially when it comes to business, but I'm going to give you 3 things I really think are most important when it comes to your business. What are the 3 pieces of technology or areas of technology that you really should learn to help improve your business? These are 3 tech skills that if you take them on, they can really improve your business in a big way. And best of all, these are not hard to learn. Even if you're not big on tech, even if you're not somebody who loves technology, these are areas of technology that you can get the hang of very quickly and start improving your business right now. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Braintree. If you're working on a mobile app and searching for a simple payment solution, check out Braintree. With one simple integration, you can offer your customers every way to pay, period. To learn more and for your first $50,000 in transactions completely fee-free, go to BraintreePayments.com/MBA. That's BraintreePayments.com/MBA. These 3 tech skills that I recommend you learn are applicable to any business. Even if you have a physical business, these tech skills can help you. I just wanted to make that clear. Even if you have a traditional brick and mortar, rolling up your sleeves and learning these tech skills can really improve your business. All right, let me start with tech skill number 1. This is going to sound very simple, but it's highly effective. And that's knowing how to edit and modify your website. Whatever your website's about, whether you're an online business, an offline business, if you're a restaurant, if you're selling t-shirts, if you're selling courses, you need to have the ability to go in and edit your website, change things up, add new blog posts, add new sales copy, add a video, remove a picture, put a picture up there. You need to be able to do that. You need to have that ability as the entrepreneur, as somebody who owns that website and owns that business. Now, you might be saying, I can get somebody on that. I can get a tech guy or a tech gal to take care of that. Having full control of your website is so important because that person may not be available all the time. That person may not be able to make a change that's very important that you need to make right away. I'm not asking you to design and create the website, but you need to know how to modify it and edit it. So even if you have somebody who creates your website, I highly recommend part of the package is that they train you on how to edit and modify it. Now, this doesn't have to be rocket science. You can go with a very easy-to-use platform like Squarespace. Squarespace is very intuitive, and you can edit and change things on the fly. You can also use a WordPress site and use something like OptimizePress, and we talked about that in a previous episode. We'll put that episode in today's show notes. The point is you got to get very familiar with your website, how to change things, especially when it comes to putting up content that's important, whether that's your podcast or videos or blog posts. You need to know how to put those things up, change things up, edit things, and you don't have to learn this overnight. You can do this over a course of time. And there's so many resources out there like lynda.com who can teach you how to use WordPress. And if you're on Squarespace, they have 24/7 live support, so they can help you out no matter what. You can get on the phone and just say, hey, show me how to do this, and they can show you. The point here is that you have to be in command. You have to be in control. Your website is where business takes place. It's critical that you know how to change things, modify things, upgrade things. Don't hand over that power to somebody else. You can get somebody to manage it for you, but if they're not there, you should be able to step in and take care of it. And this may sound intimidating at the start, but believe me, before you know it, it'll be easy for you to fully understand. And you'll be able to modify, change, and edit things on your website very, very easily. All right, guys, so that's my number 1 tech skill you should learn, how to edit and modify your website. Tech skill number 2. Now, this is a tool that we use extensively with our business, and it's actually very intuitive, but I want you to start using it because it can really help your business in a major way, and that's Google Apps. And within Google Apps, they have some really great applications that can really help organize your business, organize your team members, organize the workflow of what you do. So there are a few apps you probably are familiar with, like Calendar, that's Google Calendar, and that's within the Google Apps, and that's great for scheduling your day, making sure you schedule your blog posts, your publishing schedule, everything. But they have great apps like Docs, which is like Word. They have Sheets, which is like Excel, and they have Slides that is like PowerPoint. So basically, you can run everything that you need to run for your business off Google Apps. You can create invoices with Docs and save as a PDF. You can do all your budgeting and your inventory with Sheets. You can do all your slides for any kind of online presentation or courses or live presentations you do on stage with slides. And of course, Google Apps has Google Drive. It's kind of like Dropbox, and you can share access to different folders in that drive with different team members. It's a great way to organize your files and make sure that everybody's included on the conversation. Now, the skill involved with all this is making sure you have a system in place that uses all these things. So for example, you're sending an email to a teammate and saying, hey, I need you to modify this document, or I need you to take this blog post that I wrote in Docs and I want you to put it up on WordPress. You can just link up that document on Google Docs right there. They have shared access. They can go in and access that, go in and put it into WordPress. Knowing how everything works together with Google Apps makes things a whole lot easier. So I want to quickly jump in and say that all these recommendations are not affiliate links. We're not getting paid for this. These are not sponsors. They're not ads. These are tools that we use and we've tried in the past, and we want to pass them on to you. None of these companies are giving us anything for this recommendation, nor do we have a special link for you to go to so you can, use our promotion code or anything like that. Some of these people happen to be sponsors in the past, like Squarespace, but most of these tools are just tools that we use in our own business. I just wanted to make that really clear before I went on. Guys, I got a third tech skill that I recommend you learn, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Vistaprint. Every small business needs business cards. It's still the fastest and easiest way to pass on your information so people can check you out later on. And we've been using Vistaprint to print our business cards for years now. And in fact, you can check out the business cards that we created with Vistaprint on today's show notes or on our resource page, 100mba.net/resources. And I'm also very excited to let you know that Vistaprint.com is giving us an exclusive offer to the $100 MBA listeners. You can get 500 business cards. These are custom-made business cards for just $9.99 when you enter my promo code MBA at checkout. Vistaprint makes it super easy for you to upload your own logo, your text or colors, customize your backside. You can even customize the whole design and then upload it onto Vistaprint. You can upgrade to a higher quality card or even a brilliant finish, or my personal favorite, the matte finish. And best of all, Vistaprint will help you along the way to make sure you are happy with your business card. They absolutely guarantee you'll love the finished product or they'll make it right. We love Vistaprint and we want you to try them out, and it's a great opportunity with this great offer where Vistaprint is giving you 500 custom business cards with our coupon code MBA for just $9.99. Again, head on over to Vistaprint.com and get 500 custom business cards starting at just $9.99. That's a 50% savings off the site price. It's an incredible deal. Use coupon code MBA at checkout. Vistaprint.com, code MBA. The last of the 3 tech skills I recommend that you learn is using webinars. As you probably know, I'm a huge proponent of webinars. Nicole and I have been studying webinars for over 22 months now, to the point that we've created our own platform called Webinar Ninja. Now, whether you use our platform or not, we believe that webinars as a medium is the best way to convert people into buyers. Now, webinars, yes, you do need to know how to teach and present, and this is something we talk about a lot on Webinar Ninja's podcast as well as on our blog posts. But there is a tech side to it. You need to know how to understand how to use the software, how to manage the actual webinar when you're actually doing the webinar. So there is some things that you need to learn in order to run one successfully. But the point here is that webinars help you build rapport with your customers very quickly. There's nothing that converts a cold lead into a buyer as fast as a webinar does. And if you're looking to boost your business, if you're kind of in a rut, webinars can really take you out of that rut and start generating some sales and some traction. I always say the worst case scenario with webinars is you run a webinar and you build your email list. And this is applicable even if you have a brick and mortar business. There's so many people that have used webinars and they have their own, service or practice offline. They use it to inform people or have a Q&A about their services. So if you're struggling with your sales in your business, if you're looking for a new way to kind of build your business and build your leads, you really need to start looking into webinars. Again, guys, we are huge fans of webinars, and if you are interested in learning more about webinars, you can check out our free course we have at webinarninja.co/plan. It's a 7-day course on how to plan and launch your first webinar. But again, guys, regardless of who you choose to go with when it comes to running your webinars, we highly recommend you get into them now. Trust me, you will not regret it. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. Those are the 3 tech skills I recommend you learn. 1, knowing how to edit and modify and change things on your website. You don't need to build it yourself, but you need to know how to edit and change things and add things. Number 2, knowing how to integrate Google Apps into your business. Integrating your calendar, your docs, your sheets, the drive with the people that you're working with. And number 3, webinars. Start using webinars to grow your business and increase sales. It's a great way for you to also build rapport and to break barriers with people that have never heard of you. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, drop us on iTunes a rating and review. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know your favorite takeaway from your favorite episode. And remember, everybody who leaves us an iTunes rating and review enters our weekly random draw to win a free ride to the $100 MBA Training and Community. That's over 180 video lessons, interviews with experts, workbooks, a community forum, a whole lot more. It's our way to say thank you for showing your support for the show and leaving a rating and review on iTunes. All right, guys, I want to leave you with this. As an entrepreneur, your job is to always be growing. You got to grow. You got to expand your skill sets. Whether that's tech, whether it's soft skills, whether that's writing, whether that's communication, you need to constantly have a plan for growth. So make sure you set some time aside to grow and to learn. Whether that's reading 30 minutes a day in the morning or spending a day out of your week where you take a few hours off and you learn a new skill. Nicole and I are planning to see if we can take a few weeks off during the year where we dedicate ourselves to learn a new skill they've been wanting to learn. I've been wanting to learn Ruby on Rails for some time. I want to start getting into that programming language. It's something that I just am interested in. I think that programming is a good way to kind of challenge your mind and to think in different ways. The point here is that you take the time, you carve out the time, you make the time to make sure that you're growing as an entrepreneur. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you loved it. I'll check you in tomorrow's lesson, which is Free Ride Friday, where we give away a free ride. I'll see you then, guys. Take care.